Long ago, in the land of Israel, after the great leader Joshua had passed away, the people began to forget the good ways of God. They turned away from his teachings. Because they forgot him, dark clouds began to gather over the land. As the sky grew darker, a powerful king named Jabin came to power. He ruled harshly and made life very hard for the Israelites. His top army commander, Sisera, led a huge and powerful army that frightened everyone. Sisera had 900 iron chariots, and when people saw them, they were very afraid. The people of Israel felt utterly helpless, their spirits low and their hope fading. In their darkest moment, they cried out to God, begging for his divine help. God, in his mercy, heard their prayers and chose a brave leader to help them. This leader was a wise and incredibly brave woman named Deborah. Deborah was a prophet who shared God's messages, and she was also a judge who helped lead the people. She helped lead the people of Israel with wisdom and fairness, solving their problems. Her special place was beneath a tall, ancient palm tree, where people came to her for help. People came from all over the land to ask Deborah for help and advice. They came to her for guidance, for solutions to their problems, and for God's word. One day, God gave Deborah an important message. It was time to act. Deborah immediately sent for a man named Barak, a strong and capable leader. God has chosen you to lead his people and this battle, Deborah told Barak. Go and gather 10,000 brave men, strong and ready for battle. Then lead them to the majestic Mount Tabor, where God has a plan for victory. God himself will draw Sisera's mighty army directly to you there, and on that day, he will certainly grant you a complete and glorious victory. Barak listened carefully to Deborah, because he believed her message came from God. Even though he believed, Barak still felt afraid. He looked at Deborah and said, "I will go and fight, but only if you come with me." Deborah, understanding his apprehension, readily agreed to his condition. "I will indeed go with you to the battle," she affirmed, her resolve unwavering. "But be warned, the honor of this victory will not be yours alone. It will clearly show that God is the one who saves his people, not man." So, with Deborah by his side, Barak began to gather the Israelite army. 10,000 men gathered together, feeling both hopeful and a little afraid. Together, Deborah, Barak, and the army made their journey up Mount Tabor. News of the gathering army quickly reached Sisera, the enemy commander. Furious, Sisera quickly gathered his 900 iron chariots, ready to battle. He rushed forward with his entire army, determined to crush the Israelites. The very ground beneath them trembled and shook as the heavy chariots raced forward. A cloud of dust rose into the sky as the enemy advanced, a frightening sight. Then, Deborah, with unwavering faith, gave the command to Barak. "Go! Charge forward now!" she cried, her voice ringing with divine authority. "For this is the very day the Lord has promised you, victory over your enemy." Inspired by her words, Barak and the Israelite soldiers surged down the mountain. They raced down the hill with a mighty roar towards Sisera's approaching army. At that critical moment, God intervened, causing great confusion among the enemy. A sudden panic spread through Sisera's warriors, and their fighters fell into confusion. The mighty iron chariots, once their greatest strength, became useless. They became stuck in the muddy ground, unable to move or escape. The enemy warrior, despite its power, was utterly defeated and scattered. Sisera himself fled on foot, abandoning his chariots and his confused soldiers. After many years of suffering, the people of Israel were finally free. A wave of relief and joy washed over the land, a new sense of peace. On that momentous day, the people learned a lasting lesson. They understood that God can use even unexpected leaders, like Deborah, to bring about his will and deliver his people from their troubles. They also learned that when they placed their complete trust in him, God is always faithful and always able to provide help and save his people. And Deborah, the brave and wise judge who sat under the palm tree, played an important role in helping bring freedom and victory to her people. Through her faith and courage, she helped to restore peace and order. The land of Israel experienced a period of peace and prosperity. God gives courage to those who trust Him, and through them, He works wonders.